Here we go, guys. It's a lie. Test, 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 test. Microphone is working. All right. There's no music. There's no background shit. So I am doing my best to try and give feedback to Bungie. I've played a bunch. Shit's finally fed me up. Normally I keep my mouth fucking shut. I just kind of vote with my wallet, as they say. Um, but I've invested enough time, money, all of that shit to actually care about the production and forwardness of the game and the company as a whole. I have recently been banned from their forums because I made a post that stated that their TWID was crap, that it was a joke, that the community team should be replaced, that DMG as a community director and community relations manager is a joke. Um, and that they should be replaced. And if anybody at Sony is reading it, that they should really take to heart whether or not these people are performing their duties appropriately and trying to make both games succeed. Um, Today's a new day. I'm trying to just put some simple feedback. So we're going to read it right here. This is going to go to YouTube too, all that good shit. Post a comment, share it with your friends. Get the feedback out. Get your own bit of feedback out there. Get on the forums. Let them know. Nothing of their code of conduct would have made my original post bannable in the first place. I went through and I read it. I went on an hour-long fucking rant on Thursday about that bullshit. Pissed me off. But here we are. So here's my feedback. Here's your forums. Here's me logged the fuck in on your forums. Right? Like, new marketing team? That's it. That's simple. We need a new marketing team. Even Marathon has had more comms in a week than we have in 6 months of coming content and changes. This is a joke for a now 2.8 billion evaluated company. I'm no corpo suit dog, but I'm sure those types are upset with watching $1 billion go poof in 6 fucking months. Not sure why the teams or the people making the decisions to be tight-lipped are, but their work doesn't reflect what it cost, in my humble opinion. We need a refresh of the marketing team. We need a refresh of the community relations team, people that are actually invested both in the game, the player base, and the company, all of them moving forward, not just worried about your stock investitures, DMG. I'm pretty sure that you aren't worried about how much you get paid anymore, motherfucker. You don't give a damn about the game or the community, in my personal opinion, based off of your performance. Performance based here. Personally, you may be the coolest guy in the world. Personally, that marketing team may be the best people to play Dungeons and Dragons with. Like, they may be the coolest friends in the world, but business wise, as a just pure, let's look at what's actually going on here and let's look at whether or not this is the type of product and consistency we want out of it. Like, nah, nah, bro. Honestly, the community relations team, as they are the buffer and should have done a better, or should have done better to set expectations more effectively express the delays in player-based sentiments with the core game as a whole. This week should have been news, info, even light weapon models, cosmetics, shells, heck, almost anything other than banners that less than 1% will have the chance to earn. And on a subjective basis at that, we've already had instances of these, community emblem giveaway thingies for movie and art with plagiarized work, with AI work, with the same winner for the same thing for both movie and like art of the week. Like, nobody's excited for that. nobody that's going to open their wallets is excited about that in any meaningful degree. Like, in any way, shape, or form. Look at the sentiment. You can't sit there and try to gaslight the community and say, "Oh, we aren't. It's all in your head." No, it's all in your head. You can't sit there and try to push back information on a game that people have thousands upon thousands of hours invested into, that sit there to try to take the day off, try to take a couple of days off for these, like, and I'm not talking the streamers, I'm talking the people like me. The people who just enjoy the story, enjoy the gunplay, enjoy the theory building, and like, fuck! Like, this is honestly less than the lowest bar I could have set for you. Like, I set my bar just a little bit down, and then you go and put it like way the fuck down there. I'm like, hold on. Like, it's sad. What the fuck is wrong with you, Bungie? And then me trying to just give you this feedback. None of this is like attacking anybody. This is an objective view based on performance. This isn't me like attacking the company as a whole. I don't give a flying fuck. Honestly, I've got a fucking beer set aside for if you fail or if you succeed. You can celebrate both at this point. Fuck, it's finally over, or fuck, I get another 10 years of goddamn Destiny to, like, dive into. Like, again, like, I should have a way to give feedback. Me giving you criticisms, whether or not you agree with them, doesn't break code of conduct in any fucking way. Any fucking way. None of these code of conducts are broken by me giving you constructive feedback saying that certain teams should probably be replaced. What? You got a problem with it? It's part of being a business. Understanding when and where the employees or the business is wrong, or the customers, because it's both sides. Like, we've been wrong before. We've been wrong about a bunch of stuff. We thought certain things wouldn't go well. We thought certain things would go well, and it's gone the other way. Same with you guys. Like, but having the wherewithal and the common sense enough to look at the situation based on performance and objective results at the end of it, like, your community director isn't producing, your marketing team isn't producing, they are not going to even keep a maintenance mode Destiny 2 afloat in any meaningful manner to pull in revenue from stragglers, like, or people late to the game, whatever you want to call. Like, I should be able to give my feedback. Me telling you that your fucking twid was bullshit and that you had set higher expectations through precedence, through interaction with the community over the years, in terms of when issues like this arise and being more forthcoming. The fact that we don't have people in charge that are willing to be forthcoming and are more worried about their goddamn bottom line at the end of the day and how much money they can make in that given day versus worrying about what what's in that long run for what they're earning that money, like, that's the best that I can think is the reason. Somebody's worried about that stock investiture from the fucking purchase and is more worried about making that deadline than worrying about the longevity of the game or the company as a whole. And Sony, if you run across this, anybody, really sit down, think, look, start dialogue with some of these people. Fucking Zoom call me. I don't give a fuck. Like, Zoom call Astacross, Zoom call Dado, Zoom call a random goddamn LFG Guardian. Talk to them. Engage with them. Don't just send me out a we're listening and then show no actionable, articulable product of that listening. Like we told you this new gear thing was probably going to be a shot in the foot and that a lot of things should have came up that it probably like I would have been happy if you pushed the new gear back until this like halfway through. All right, well we're going to start introducing everything up. Boom. Armor fucking 4.0. Oh, big excitement. Like I don't know, man. I just I'm fed up. I'm kind of just at the point where my apathy is really overdoing everything else. My apathy for all of this. Like at this point, I will celebrate when Marathon fails. I will celebrate when Destiny fails. I will celebrate when Destiny succeeds. Or have no feeling about it. Like, and at this point, with the way that you're interacting with your consumer base, with the way that you have a cognitive dissonance towards them, where you're actively just gaslighting your community and making decisions, at least on a corporate level, it seems, to dictate such a interaction with the player base from faces of the company, and if DMG is getting flack because it's corporate decisions, he should probably speak up about it. He should probably communicate with the community as a whole that hey, my hands are tied. I can't make these decisions. Somebody above me has told me to keep my mouth shut about these things. I wish I could tell you something even more. It is beyond me. It is beyond something of my capability. I will do my best to advocate for you, but this is the plain and day of it. Like I don't know. There's a lot of companies out there that this Bungie in corporate fucking shareholders can go and look at and see how to properly operate. Mind you, a lot of those companies that they'll be looking at aren't corporate. They are still privately, like, they are not a publicly owned and traded company. They are private companies. They decide what they do, why, and when. They decide how they communicate and engage when their audience and when. And the really successful ones are blunt and honest. They hear the feedback, they make changes, they actively try to engage the community with engaging content, with changes to the game, with improvements to general performance, visuals, everything. And some of these updates are smaller, some of the hype is less. But I can guarantee most of them are probably getting more money right now just through their non-game changing cash shop options, like ones that don't make any changes, cosmetic basic bullshit, like than Destiny is right now. Let alone Marathon. Like taking Marathon out of the equation as a whole. I I really wish you guys would get your game together. I really wish that you would be more forthcoming with your player base and set an expectation and precedence for the coming fucking 6 months. That's it. For the next 6 months. My guess is you're probably going to try to push this mid-season for a whole year. I'm guessing you're going to try to launch Alchemist and Shattered Cycle next year, June-ish, like, and try to bank it all on Marathon. And then what are you doing for the game that, like, effectively is your money raking? Like, it is a largest part of your portfolio that brings you into the black versus the red. So, What happens when your apathetic views for the game as a whole and the interactions between the two start to really affect the player base, start to really affect those numbers, and no longer is Destiny a black book earner, but it's a red book earner. It's just, and how long until all the teams over there, whether marketing or community or development or back end audio or like whatever team, how long till they are on unemployment? How long until they are getting a severance package? How long until right before stock vestures go into place and a lot of these people who are expecting this windfall and being able to forward themselves in life just get it chopped out at the knees because of your business practices and decisions with your community. And then we'll have all of the people crying, like all of the other layoffs and cuts because of your business decisions when interacting with the community. I I don't know what else to say in terms of trying to get my point across. But here's my post. Here it is. I thank you guys for watching. Have a beautiful day and don't party too hard.